Okay. There it goes. Now it's working. All right. All right, now it's working. All right, so let's go back to right. All right, that works. All right, let's get on. Oh, wait a minute. This is what I want to. All right, the old videos we go. Here's the professor herself. Remember I told you I did this my 9-year-old.
Lists of stocks and trading and you can choose from them.
I laugh every time I see that video, and I play it once a week. For the people who haven't seen it yet. So that being said, right here. All right. So that being said, I forget what we were talking about. Isn't that weird? Okay. Don't get old. Getting old is no fun. Tendency to forget things. All right. Best in show. Got it. Travers. Givers, takers. 10 cent. Okay. John Werner. How about a look at MDT? Isn't that Medtronics, MDT? MDT. Med. Sounds right. So it's Medtronics. Here's the high of the year. Here's the low of the year. That's where it was. This is where it's. Look at the movement. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down. What's it doing right now? Well, that's a good question. Let's take a closer look. Before I do, let's take a look at the numbers. 89.74, we're looking at the 90. The 90 is going from 98 to 145. Okay, that's over 1%. So yes, now we can take a deeper look at the numbers. Okay, here we go. A year ago today, we're somewhere around 86.20. The bottom of the year was second week of July, and that's 75.91. That's the bottom of the year. Okay, the last 90 days, okay, which is beginning of February. Okay. The high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion. Up, down, what's going on here? It looks like it's turning around and starting to go back up again. That's what it looks like. Well, let's get a closer look. A closer look would be the last piece, and that's this right here. Well, look, there's your high, here's your low, and it is going to the upside. Could this be the bottom? It could be. Okay? I like 2 days to the upside. So yesterday and today. Now, today is a little bit lower than yesterday, but it has a higher closing today than yesterday's close. But it has a lower low than yesterday's low. Weird. Anyway, but it is going to the upside. Fine. All right. Next, I want to take a look at the seasonality chart. Now, the seasonality chart is exactly what it sounds like. It has to do with the season. Winter looks at the whole year in one, all the way to the left, January 1st, all the way to the right, December 31st. The blue line is this year. The red line is 10 years worth of data. Okay, 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, so on and so forth. Full 10 years. What does it normally do this time of year? Well, look at it. The blue dot is today. Look at this right here. That looks freaking awesome, in my humble opinion. Now, I like spring. What I don't like about spring is all the pollen. I used to never sneeze in the spring, but now I do. All right. If the blue dot is today, let's bring our cursor right over there. All right. All right. So this is today right here. We're going to dip a little bit and then go up. Well, that looks okay. I'm okay with that. What do the numbers look like for MDT? Well, do a trade on MDT and see what it looks like. All right, we're going to do the 89. Look at the price right now. The last price was 88.86. So the closest strike price to that is going to be the 89. So let's take a look at the 89 and see if that makes sense. Okay, covered call right there, covered stock. The 89 right here. Okay, I just want to do one contract because, you know, we're all old enough to know if I'm making this much on one contract, well, what if I do 2 contracts or 4 contracts or 10 or whatever. Whatever you can afford, whatever you are comfortable with. Now, I'm not telling you to do anything. I'm just saying, make sure you invest responsibly. Buy one covered call, MDT 100, that's the weekly, 11 April 25. That means the option is going to expire next Friday. The $89 call strike against the MDT stock at the market to open. Well, maximum profit 162. Now remember, when I say I want to invest simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way for me to lose, well, I know what I'm making. That's predictable. I know what I'm making before I even do it. Consistent, well, it's a weekly option. So you have an option for this week, an option for next week, an option for the week after that, on and on. So I can do this every single week. So if I buy it tomorrow morning at this price, sell somebody the rights to buy it from me for almost the exact same I paid for it, I'm picking up this right here. If it is above 89 next Friday, the 11th of April, see, 11 April 25, okay, that's next Friday. If it is above 89, I'm going to get all my money back, and I'm also going to collect the premium. Okay, every once in a while, I'll collect the premium and the dividend. Well, that's why I use dividend stocks. Kind of like a cherry on top of the sundae, you know? Extra money. I don't know, however you want to look at it. Ooh, before I forget, let's see what rate of return that would be. So for that, we need a calculator. Maximum profit, 162. To find out your rate of return, you take your profit and you divide it by your investment. The investment is $8,738. $8,738. 1.85. Okay, 1.85%. Just shy of 2%. Now, 1.85% every single week is going to be very, very close to 90% for the year. Well, I can live with that. Matter of fact, I can live with 1%. This is 1.85. Well, that's a hell of a lot better than 1. Okay, but it is what it is. Let's keep on moving forward. Get out of there. Get out of there. Back to where we were, and back to where we were. All right, so that is MDT. If you like MDT, it's always a good question. Do I like MDT? And I forgot what that rate of return was. It was 1.9, wasn't it? 1.85. 1.85. Okay, I write anything over 1.5%. I write it down. That way, go from there. So Lone Wolf, like I said, want to learn, keep coming back every week. It was created for my 9-year-old daughter. So if my 9-year-old daughter can understand it, pretty much anyone can. Melatonin, hello. Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid is in the house. Actually, it's Koo-Aid. I'm going to call you Kool-Aid because that's what it looks like to me. Exclusive for us. Good evening. Scott 154, what's going on? Spring is the 21st of March. I thought it was the 21st of April. Could be. I don't know. Antoine, good evening. What happens Okay, interesting. And no tattoos. Yeah, no gambling, no vulgarity, no alcohol, no cigarettes. Okay, see, now, I don't consider investing as gambling. Okay, now some people do, and there are some gambling involved in the stock market if you don't know what you're doing. So I'm good with that. Okay? No gambling. Okay, I'm good with that. No vulgarity. Very, very rarely will I ever use vulgarity. Now, I do once in a while when I get really mad. Okay, so I can't say that. No alcohol. I do have alcohol once a month. But it's right in the Bible, you can drink wine. That's alcohol. No cigarettes, all for that one. And no tattoos. None of those. So I'm almost there. Almost. Star symmetry. What happens if, okay, Antoine wants to take a look at CEG. So let's take a look at CEG. Now we looked at this. Take a look. What does it actually look like? Okay, here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at the motion. Up, down, up, down, up, down. What's going on here? 214.46. The whoa, it's dropped. Now, here's something I point out every once in a while when I see it and it's obvious. The last trade today was 214.46. Well, the current bid is 205. The current ask is 210. They're both lower than the 214. But either way, look at the premiums. The premiums are ridiculous. So yeah, the premiums are good for CEG. But do you like CEG? Is it a stock that you want to buy and hold on to? Okay, very, valid question. Do I like it? Do I want to own it? Are they consistently profitable? These are all good questions. So let's take a deep dive into the numbers. A year ago, CEG's at 186. The bottom of the year was the beginning of August. That was 154.58. Now it gaps up in September. Here's your last 90 days. Okay, now the last 90 days is the last 3 months. Okay, the high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion. Up, down, up, down. Now she's going up. We got 2 days to the upside. Actually have 2 days to the upside, which means let's zoom into the last 30 days and see how appetizing it actually looks. Okay, the high, the low, whoops, the low. Where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion. Down, up, down. Now she's going up at 214 at this moment in time. So the 215s are going for 610. Something tells me this thing doesn't have dividends, especially when you have that premiums that big. Okay, what does this stock normally do this time of year? Normally, this time of year, nothing drastic, nothing great, just kind of like goes sideways. Hey, that's it. No big moves to the upside, no big moves to the downside, just sideways. All right, if you like CEG, Constellation Energy Group. All right. So the questions rattling through your head right now is number one, does it make sense? It either does or it doesn't. Simple as that. Hey, I have to wait for some time. Okay. Pressure. Okay. I have no idea what happens over there in Ghana, so I cannot help you out. Okay. One, does it make sense? Two, do I like this company? Three, do I like this company at this current price? 4, am I willing to buy it and hold on to it as if my life depended on it, never sell at a loss, and consistently write a covered call every single week to bring in some money? Well, I'm saying yes, but that's me. I like CEG. I'll write it down. And I'm going to circle it because it looks good for tomorrow. All right. Hey, Melodic Angie's here. Good evening, good evening. Elias Ordonez TV. Good evening to you. La Bella Mafia Mama. Okay, good evening, La Bella Mafia Mama. JS Want Peace. Oh, JS Want Peace. Is it free? I have no idea what you're talking about. What is what? Free PBA Man. Bet you should have bought Newsmax. No, never heard of it. Isn't that weird? Never heard of it. You do realize, PBA Man, we looked not even 15, 20 minutes ago. There's literally 10,000, I think it was 27 different stocks. 10,000. I'm not going to know all of them. I don't pretend to know all of them. I only know the ones that are consistently profitable and have weekly options, because that's all I'm interested in. I'm not interested in anything else. So let's go over here to YouTube and see what they have to say. All right. Raul, hello. How are you? I'm fine. Matt, I'm wonderful. Thank you. I'm good, Matty boy. What is a top thing you look at when you invest in a company? Oh, Matt, that's easy. You ready? My criteria. Now, Matt, you might want to write this down because it's really, really complicated. You ready? Two things. Only two. Number one. You ready, Matt? Consistency of profitability. Are they consistently profitable? Now, I'm looking for 2 decades. That's 20 years of consistent profitability. Second criteria, weekly options. That's it. Weekly options and consistency of profitability. That's it. If they're consistently profitable and they make money every single year, well, yeah. And weekly options. That's the only two I'm looking for. Hello, Mr. Orlando. What is the top thing you look at when you invest in a company? I already got that question. Matt, yep, okay. You got that, Matt? All right. Mandy McCoy, good evening to you. Henry Embroidered Shop. Okay, Henry. Blank. Hey, James, are you familiar with the Smith's Maneuver? Nope. Sorry. Orlando, how about dividend paying? I'm not quite sure. What do you mean about dividend paying? Every stock I like has a dividend stock. It's a dividend. First of all, it's a dividend stock. Okay? 20 years or more of increased profits. A dividend is a portion of the company's profits. So, yeah, the dividend is a profit given back to you or giving back to the investors. All right, user 29435760209444. That's an Orwellian name. Matt, I'm curious. Can you explain stocks? Because I don't understand. Well, what are your top 3 consistent profitable stocks? Well, Monica, this year, last year it was Macy's, Walgreens, and what was the third one? Harley Davidson was pretty profitable last year. U.S. Steel. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, those are about top 3 last year. No, don't know that one. RITM. Sorry, user. I have no idea what that is. Matt, stock options. I mean, can you explain it? Because I don't understand. Well, Matt, you do understand. You just need to equate it to something that you know. Let me give you an example. Okay? Now, Matt, I'm going to make the assumption. Hold that thought. Matt, I'm going to make the assumption that this is going to explain it for you, okay? Let's say, hypothetically, Matt, you have an old car in your backyard. You take it out front, put it on the front lawn, and you slap a for sale sign on it. let's say it's a 68 Mustang convertible. Cool. Let's say you want $5,000 for it. Ooh, nice. All right, so Steve, the guy down the street, comes by and said, hey, Matt, I liked your car. Let me give you this money right here. Hold the car for me until Friday. If I come back on Friday, I will give you the full $5,000 for the car. If I don't come back on Friday, you keep this non-refundable deposit and you get to sell the car to someone else next Monday. That's it. That is called a stock option. It's the ability to sell to someone something you own. So in this instance right here, CEG, okay, let's say I buy a couple hundred shares at $210. Great. Steve down the street says, ooh, I like that stock. Let me give you this right here, this premium right here. Hold it for me until Friday. If I come back on Friday, meaning the stock is the price or higher on Friday, I'll come back on Friday and give you all the money for it. If not, you keep the stock and you sell it to someone else next week. Well, the beauty about it is 4 April, that's this Friday. 11 April, that's next Friday. 17 April, that's 2 Fridays away. 25 April, 3 Fridays away. 4 Fridays away. 5 Fridays away. 6 Fridays away. Every single Friday, which means I can sell it every single week and collect a premium every single week. Okay? That hopefully it explains it. You missed saying that one of my criteria. No. Okay, the dividend, it's good. Okay, Orlando, I see what you're saying. You wanted me to say it has to have a dividend. Well, a dividend is a portion of the company's profits. So if the company is consistently profitable and it has a weekly option, that's what I'm looking for. You got it? Okay. So remember, a stock option is giving somebody the right to buy something from you at a certain price. Okay, these are the strike prices, certain price, by a certain date. Okay, 4 April, 11 April, 17 April, 25 April, May, every 7 days. So I can do it every single week. And if I can collect 1 or 2% every single week, well, that's over 50% per year. And that works for me. And it only takes me 5 or 10 minutes. Once you understand it, once you know what you're looking for. Because when you're looking at a chart, it takes you 3 to 4 seconds. That's it. Okay? High, low, where was it? Where is it? Where's it going? Down, up, down, up. Simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Okay? The high is there. The low is there. Well, low is there. Okay? It dropped, came back up, dropped again. Now it's going back up again. Look at all the space from here to here, because here's the high of the month. Okay, 250. Where are we now? We're at 214. That's a lot of space this thing can go between now and whenever it turns around. Appreciate it? All righty. All right, Paul, thanks for that. Where are we? RITM. Okay, for some strange reason, I don't think RITM actually fits. RITM. It's a month. Don't work. Okay? 17 April, 16 May, 15 August, blah, blah, blah. That is a monthly optional stock, meaning I can only trade it once a month with stock options, once a month. That does not give me 50% per year. Okay, givers, takers, Oracle. Ooh, good one. Monica, I wanted to use your monitor. Who do you use? This is Think or Swim, which is through Charles Schwab. Okay, so over here, Oliver wants to take a look at Oracle. O-R-C-L, Oracle. Cool beans. The high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion. Down, up, down, up, down. 146 is what we're looking at. Okay, 146, not even on the board. That's weird. Okay, 140, 141, the 146. Looks like the market maker's going to push it down tomorrow. The 24-hour thing, I'm not quite used to it yet, because a lot of stocks are trading 24 hours a day. Well, the option and all these numbers don't change. So how the hell are we supposed to know what's going on? Z-Dub, what's happening? All right, hold on a second. Where are we? RITM's no. ODEM, thank you for that. John Anthony, what? But what if it gets called away and your average is 22? Okay, John Anthony, you actually got to give me a little bit more to work on, okay? Because I don't know what we're talking about when you're talking about something at 22. Because we're looking at Oracle at the moment, and Oracle is at 140. So I'm not quite sure where you're getting the 22 from. So it's hard for me to keep up with what you guys do. Because I got tonight I got 6 channels. I got 6 channels going tonight. And I got questions coming from everywhere. So when you say, but if it gets called away, your average is 22, I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Because we moved on. Okay, Z-Dub, how are we looking at the Trump speech? I don't do politics. Don't get me started. Okay, a lot of people are going to say, no, not politics. Oh, okay, where am I? I got to catch up to where I was. RITM, okay. Okay, here we are. And Stephen Carter, how are you doing today? Calamon Bluestone, do you have LED lights changing colors in the room? I think they are affecting the image on some. Oh, I do have some LED lights. All right. Medina. Oh my goodness, I haven't heard or seen from you in weeks, actually months. Radio Barry, what's happening? You using Telegram? Nope. Or is that an imposter? I don't use Telegram. Don't do Telegram, and I don't do WhatsApp. So more than likely, Radio Barry, that's an imposter. Last I counted, there was about 30 people pretending to be me. That's why every single night you will hear me say, if you really want to have a conversation with me, seriously, I love talking to people. Okay, I talk to people every single day. Whoever leaves me their phone number in a DM or an email, I will call them and we can have a chat. I'm not going to try to sell you anything. Okay, you're big people. You know the value when you see it. You either like it and you want more or you don't. And I'm not going to try to sell anyone anything. I got a bunch of shit to sell. Of course I do. I've written a bunch of books. I got a home study course. I have a live trading group that is paid for service. Okay, but I'm not going to try to sell anything. So if you really want a conversation, shoot the breeze, ask me a couple simple questions, fine. Drop me a DM with your number. I'll give you a call. I don't do Telegram, and I don't do WhatsApp. I don't do cryptocurrency. I don't do Forex. I don't do futures. I don't do smart contracts. Dividend, stocks for weekly cash flow. That's it. I have my own little niche. It's very small. There's not a lot of people that are interested in making 50% a year. But, it is what it is. All right, that being said, let's keep on going. Mary June, thanks. Learned so much by tuning in. Big thank. Mary June, you're welcome. Zachariah. Good evening, Zachariah. Kathleen Nichols, good evening to you. DP says I'm wrong. Oh, yay! Just lost respect for your advice. Well, great. Number one, it's not advice. And number two, you didn't tell me what I was wrong about. Now, I'm wrong a lot. I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong. But what bothers me was tells me when I'm wrong, but doesn't tell me what I'm wrong about. Okay? Now, I'm pretty sure today's Wednesday, so I'm not wrong about that. I'm pretty sure it's 10:34 p.m., so I'm not wrong about that. My black shirt matches my pants, so I'm not wrong about that either. So if you're saying I'm wrong, let me know what I'm wrong about. Okay? Keto whiz, Trump baby. Yeah, don't do politics. Okay, I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm what you might want to call a common senser, because I go by a common sense. Okay. Okay, givers, takers, thank you. You're welcome. What are the top 10 companies you invest in? Matt, wow, you want all of them, huh? If I wanted to use your monitor, who would I use? Okay, I already did that one. I don't understand that language. You gotta convert it to English so I can understand that. And I'm waiting to hear from DP what I'm wrong about. I'm pretty sure I would like your answer on the politics. All right, Mark. Why don't you drop your phone number and you and I have a nice conversation? Because one-on-one, I'll give you my opinions, things. Okay. I'm from the generation called Gen X, okay? Okay, there's no safe space, no such thing as, what do you call it, safe words, okay? I ain't going to give you a participation trophy. Honestly, don't care about your feelings, okay? We got a problem, we'll step outside, okay? That's the way my generation took care of things, okay? We tell it point blank. Don't really care about your feelings. Don't. If I think you're wrong, I'll tell you you're wrong. If you say I'm wrong, fine. I'll take the insult. That doesn't bother me a bit. There's not really much anyone can say to me that would really bother me. Okay. Strokeman93, Dow Futures. Okay, I don't do Dow Futures. Okay? But all right. STRF. 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 One more time. STRF. No options, no thank you. Sorry, dude. Steve, good evening, James. I'm learning a lot. Thank you. You're welcome, Steve. Twisted Philly. This is free knowledge. Thank you. Yeah, it is. Isn't it amazing? Apple user, good evening. Mary June, period. Okay, Mary June, not quite sure what we're talking about, but okay. Mark, I could care less who sits in the big chair. Just want common sense. Mark, you and I are on the same team, brother. Common sense. Now, I have nothing at all. I think it's a great idea. Let's make America great again. What's so bad about that? Okay, let's throw out the people who don't belong here. You come here illegally, you don't belong, get out. Okay, you do something you're not supposed to do, fine, you go in jail. I like common sense. Are you holding? Bring that. Are you holding? I grew up in a time frame where are you holding could mean a whole lot of different things. So you got to give me a little bit more information. Am I holding what? Okay. Now, when I was younger, okay, the guys come up and they whisper, "Hey, are you holding?" And that means, do we have any weed on us? Okay. Or, "Hey, are you holding?" Which means we got any alcohol. Okay, it all depends on where you're coming from. Okay, what is the context of what we're talking about? So bring that. Give me a little bit more information. Sojourner. Bonjour, bonsoir. Comment ça va toujours? Ça va bien? Keto Wiz. Macy looks good. Yeah, I actually have some Macy's. So let's take a look at Macy's. Am I holding some Macy's? Yeah, I'm holding some Macy's. So bring that. Got to give me a little bit more information. Now I'm still waiting for what's his name to tell me what I'm wrong about. What was his name? DP. Yeah, DP. All right, so I'm still waiting for DP to tell me what I was wrong about. All right, we're going to take a look at Macy's. Hold that thought for 1 second. Are you doing anything with Trump tariffs? Nope. Could care less. Mr. James, if we got a problem, let's step outside. Yeah, I stepped outside once. I regretted it, got my ass kicked. But, that's the way we did it in those days, okay? You say, hey, you got a problem? Let's step outside. All right. Would you name top 3 companies you invest in? Well, this year, U.S. Steel, Kohl's. Now, Kohl's is dropping, but I'm still making a shitload of money off of it. Kohl's, U.S. Steel, what else? Harley Davidson's still pretty good. I get like $600, almost $600 a week from Harley Davidson. Well, I don't mind that. Would you name top 3? Already did. Orlando. James, what's wrong with the market? It's a buy slowly opportunity. Not quite sure what you mean by that, Orlando. Are you holding Macy's and Kohl's? Well, yeah, I'm holding both of them. Not adding anything at the moment. Sam, days people just cry to their parents. General Motors and Ford and Macy's you like. Okay. Yeah, I do like General Motors, and I do like Ford, and I do like Macy's. So let's take a look at Macy's first. All right, so let's go. And I'm still waiting for that dude to tell me what I was wrong about. Okay, it's what it is. I guess he left. Come insult me and then leave without giving me any idea what I'm wrong about. So I can't fix it. So if I'm wrong, fine. Let me know what I'm wrong about. Maybe I'll fix it. All right, so Macy's. Let's take a gander. Macy's. Okay, here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where we were. Here's where we are. Look at the motion. Sideways down, right here. It looks like the bottom was yesterday or the day before. Okay, could that be a good buying opportunity? I don't know. Let's continue to look a little bit deeper. Okay, so it's at 13.19. The 13 is going for 51. Okay, that's more than 2%, close to 3 or 4%. Well, yeah, that works for me. Because 4% of a $13 stock would be 52. Okay, and it's going for 51. Okay, so it's around 3%. Okay, I like 3%. But I already own some Macy's. And it still gives me a nice premium every week. So let's take a look. A year ago, Macy's is at 19.10. The high of the year, the end of May. Now from there, she drops, traces. Look at the last 90 days. Okay, I like looking at the last 90 days. Okay, high, low. Where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now she's going back up again. 2 days to the upside. Okay, Monday was the bottom. Tuesday was higher. Today's higher. That's 2 days to the upside. That's what I'm looking for. For me, and that is an invite. Well, it looks at the last 30 days, because 30 days gives me a better idea of where it's going. Now, you can see it pretty clear. Here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at this. Down. Excuse me. Down, up, down, up. Okay. That's what it's doing. Okay, you can't argue it. I mean, that's the number. And it's not my numbers. Okay, this is Thinkorswim, which is through Charles Schwab. Now, Charles Schwab is one of the biggest brokers in the United States. Well, they don't make stuff up. That's what the numbers are. You don't like my numbers? Go to your own website, your own trading platform. And then you look at where's the high of the last 30 days? Where's the low of the last 30 days? Where does it look like it's going? Okay, if the high is here, she drops, goes back up again, comes back down, goes back up again, comes back down. What do you think it's going to do next? Stocks only do 2 things. If you're expecting a stock to come to your house and take the dog for a walk and wash the dishes, maybe tuck you in bed at night, no. Stocks go up, stocks go down. That's all they do. Now, if you follow it and you look at it every day, you'll be able to see an opportunity. Okay, 30 days goes to high. She drops. 30-day bottom was Monday. Tuesday was higher. Today's higher. So it looks, it's not guaranteed, it looks as if she's going back up. Okay, well, I like that probability. So what kind of a trade can I do to take advantage of that information? Well, a covered call is the simplest, one of the simplest, safest trading strategies there is. All right, 13. 13 for 51. So let's do one at 13 and see what it looks like. Now, remember, okay, just because the numbers look good here now, first thing tomorrow morning at 9:30, all of these numbers are going to change. But you know what doesn't change? It stays the exact same. The mathematical equation. What am I buying it for? What's the closest strike price? What's the premium? And is it more than 1% of the purchase price? Well, the purchase price is $13.16. Okay? The premium is 51. Okay? So let's take a look at the numbers. Let's get out of that. Let's change this to cover stock. The 13 right there. One contract at the market. Whoops. At the market. And here it is. By one covered call of Macy's 100s. That's the weekly. 11 April 25. That means the option expires next Friday. 11 April. Yeah, we already did that. The $13 call strike against the Macy's stock at the market to open. It's two trades. Remember, buying the stock, selling the option. Two trades. Okay, break even is $12.53. Well, the stock is $13.19. Okay, my profit $47. It's costing me $1,200. Let's see what kind of rate of return that is. Calculator, come forth, be recognized. All right, there we go. All right, maximum profit $47. Divide that by purchase price 1,253. Okay, 3.75%. Okay, it looks good, but in the morning the numbers are going to change. Is it still going to be that high tomorrow morning? I'm going to write it down just in case because I like the numbers. 3.7. All right. Let's get out of here. We gotta get out of here. If it's the last thing we ever do. All right, there you go. That's Macy's. All right, what else we got? Sam wants to take a look at General Motors and Ford. Ooh, General Motors and Ford. I love General Motors. Nice numbers for General Motors. Ooh, that's nice. High, low, was, is. Look at it. Up, down, up, down, up, down. What's going on here? 47. 47 is going for 184. That's like 4%. That's nice. Well, let's take a look. A year ago, General Motors at 45. The bottom of the year, the beginning of August, 38.84. Shoots up to the high of the year at 61, and that was the end of November. Well, look at your last 90 days. Same thing. High, low, was, is. What's it doing? Down, up, down, up, down. But look at a big gap. I love a gap like that. Okay, she shoots up, big gap down, and now she's going up 3 days to the upside. Well, that's what I'm looking for. Let's zoom in and see what. Let's see what's shaking. Here we go. 30 days ago. Drops, shoots up, gap up here, comes back down with a gap down. Okay, now you get the bottom here. Okay, in a couple of days, this is going to be the new 30-day bottom. Because in a couple of days, that's going to drop off. Okay? Because as the days add, those drop off. So this is going to be the new 30-day bottom. 30-day high, 30-day bottom. Now she's going up 2 days to the upside. 47.98. Be looking at the 48s. 131. So let's do a covered call on General Motors and see what it sounds like. Okay, let's get rid of this. Change this to covered stock right there. Okay, the last trade, 47.98. So we're looking at the 48s right there. One contract at the market because I want it to fill first thing in the morning. And there it is. By one covered call, General Motors 100. That's the weeklies. 11 April 25. That's next Friday. Okay, the $48 call option against General Motors at the market to open, 225 or 4,500. Well, let's see what that looks like. Okay, these numbers don't lie. Okay, it is what it is. It either makes sense or doesn't. You either like stock or you don't. Well, General Motors has been in business for over 100 years. They've seen a lot of stuff. World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, the Gulf crap, Afghanistan, all that crap over there. Okay, we've seen the stock market crash. We've seen the Great Depression. We've seen the crashes of 29, 87, 2000, 2008, 2021, all the crap that's going on in the economy. And yet, General Motors is still available. You know what I like about General Motors? The book value is like twice as much as what the stock price is. Okay? Okay, also, the earnings, or the revenue per share, it's crazy. The revenue per share, I mean, the shares are only 48 bucks, but the revenue per share is, hold on, let's actually take a look. Because, you know, if you're buying to care about, here we go.